Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to the very next episode of The Remedy with Tova Sido and
Janice Gaunt.
And Tom Bridwell.
Howdy, folks. Why are you
You've
giggling?
left me hanging on the and this morning.
You had to do your... she's changing it up. Yeah. I noticed that.
I am. I decided to just make it a little different. I started to sing it.
Janice must have got a good night's sleep last night, Tom. Changing things up. I sure like that entry. Yeah.
I do, too. What'd you say, Tom?
She stayed at a Holiday Inn Express.
That entry music is so zen.
It really is.
I could go to sleep to that.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Oh, yeah.
I think it's good. It's peaceful.
Yeah.
So that when people start to listen, they'll breathe and be like,
yeah.
Oh, good wisdom coming across the airway.
I wish our voices were as zen as...
Well, your voice is a lot more zen than mine. I've got my Lubbock in it.
Gosh, I love you.
Can't get away from it.
So I recently went to Greece with my brother and his family. And on the last night, we were back in Athens and we got off the boat and then went to dinner. And the next day, I literally laid by the pool and read a book for 6 hours by the pool under an umbrella. But I was, every once in a while, I'd talk to one of my nieces or nephews, and there was a couple sitting next to me, and they were like,
"Oh, on the airplane?
No, by the pool."
Oh, on the
and
boat?
They were, no, just by the pool at the air, because we were in Athens at this point.
Oh, okay,
Sorry,
okay.
So I was just laying out at the pool all day.
Okay, I get it.
And there was this couple next to me, and they go, "Where are you from?" And I said, "Oh, we're from the United States." And they're like, "No, but where are you from?" And they're pointing to me, and I said, "Oh, I'm from Texas." And they're like, "We love your Texas accent." And I was like, "You do?" And I was like, "Does my accent sound different than my nieces and nephews?"
I don't even think you have an accent.
They thought I had the most Southern accent.
Well, probably your eyes, like ride. Rather than ride.
Maybe something like that. I have no idea. But
That's funny.
They're like, "No, your accent's so different than theirs."
That's funny.
And I literally thought of you. I was like, oh my God.
You should hear my friend.
If they heard Janice Gaunt, they'd be dying. Okay, so I love this topic for today, especially after last week. Last week we talked about maybe if your relationship's in a little bit of a rut, maybe some things to look at, maybe some things to talk about. So if your relationship is maybe experiencing a little bit of a rut or you're having a hard time connecting with your partner, we thought it would be fun to come up with 11 or to read these 11 questions to ask your partner tonight. When I saw this, I was like, oh, I want to do this with Craig.
Yeah, I think it sounds fun, actually.
Yeah, I do too. So maybe if you're having a hard time connecting, you can maybe don't overwhelm your partner and do all 11 at once.
Oh, I wouldn't do that. Maybe you do it every day.
Yeah.
Like do 11 days with it.
Yeah.
That could be kind of fun.
Yeah, I think that'd be a lot of fun. So I liked this a lot. So 11 questions to ask your partner tonight. Number 1. If you could relive one day in our relationship, which would you choose?
Interesting.
Do you have something that comes to mind?
Yes, I do. When Tom and I were dating, he has a friend that was really good friends with Tom, and we hung out with him and a bunch of other friends, and I can remember going to, I think it was a Cowboy game. It might have been a Super Bowl party at this guy's house. And Tom and I had we'd been dating for a while, and at that point in time, I was thinking
6 months or like.
Oh no, probably like 3 months.
Okay.
And I thought I really like him. I thought I just really liked him. And that party, I thought to myself that I think I'm in love with this guy. And that it was, and I can remember the people that were there. I made my caramel brownies and took them to the party, and I can remember it just, when he held my hand or whatever. It was very interesting. Isn't that funny?
Okay, what is going to blow your mind, Janice, is that it's those circumstances.
Yeah.
That I would say almost the exact same thing.
Really?
Yes.
Were you at a football party?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't the same. But it was. If I could relive one day, I would choose the day that I thought, I think I love this guy. Mm-hmm. That is so interesting,
isn't it? I've got chill bumps right now, even thinking about it.
We were at the lake and we were watching the sunset, and Craig has these hammocks that hang down on the dock. And we were just sitting there chatting, and we'd probably been dating 3 or 4 months. And I had my legs on his. I mean, like you, I can go back to exactly
all the details.
Yes. And I remember thinking, I think I'm gonna fall in love with this guy. Like, I think.
Isn't that funny?
Yes.
You know what's funny is that another time was that we were at Cedar Creek at a friend's house, and he told me he loved me that night, and that was probably a month after I'd been to that Super Bowl party. Aww. But isn't that funny? So it was the lake, and that's when he said, I love you. And I was like, oh. And then the next morning I was like, do you remember saying that? Did you mean that, or are you just
Oh my gosh, that is hilarious. That's really cute. I wonder if that's the same for like those first feelings of, oh.
Yeah. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
Do you remember yours, Tom?
The time I fell in love?
Yeah.
It wasn't really a specific moment, I don't think. But my day that I would choose would probably be our wedding day, just because that day went so fast. Yeah. That was one of those days that was over in a blink of an eye. And
where did you get married, Tom?
We got married in Colorado and at the Roaring Fork Club.
Oh, heck yeah, you want to relive that.
It was pretty sweet.
I want you to relive it so we could do it.
You should renew your vows there at some point in time.
With me and Janice.
But we can come. Exactly. I go. If you invite me, I go.
I was trying so hard
I'll do
to
the renewal ceremony.
Slow it down in my mind, and try to like stay in the moment and savor every conversation and just try to make it last forever and it just doesn't. It was just that night we went to bed and we were like, you've got to be kidding me, this is already over.
Oh gosh, isn't that the truth?
But what a sweet moment.
Yeah, that's really sweet.
Okay, second question, who wants it?
Go ahead, Tom.
Oh, what's an everyday habit of mine that makes you laugh?
I'd be curious to know
I
what
would too.
Craig would say about me.
What's an everyday habit of mine?
I think for me, it would be that my wife has single-handedly kept Container Store in business.
For sure.
And that like literally she will find something that at the Container Store that we need to put stuff in. Like, it's ridiculous.
That's very well. At least it makes you giggle and it doesn't piss you off.
Yeah,
I would say about Craig, his dad jokes. Oh my God!
Every day
he finds something dorky to make a dad joke about, and it makes me laugh so hard every time. I don't know why. Most of people are like, are you seriously laughing at that right now? I'm like, I think that's funny.
I would probably laugh at it.
You would. Okay, you want to do 3, Janice?
Okay. If you saw me out and didn't know me, what pickup line would you use and how would you approach me? That's interesting.
I want to know that too.
I know. I would. That would be really interesting.
Because your girl set you up.
Yeah.
Friends of mine set me and Craig up. So I don't know if Craig's got game.
Well,
Pickup game.
yeah. I mean, Tom and I met at a Starbucks because my kids approached him and said, "Are you single?"
Yeah, and yoga.
Yeah.
Well, we know their pickup lines.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and he goes, "Yeah, and I'm free all day." But my girls said, "Are you single?"
Because he
That's
thought it
what
was
he
them.
thought. He thought it was them. Pervert.
Dream on, Tom.
Oh, that's funny.
Okay, I like this one too. Number 4, what assumptions did you make about me when we first met that didn't turn out to be true? Oh, I know this one about Craig with me.
What?
Because I was his pastor.
Oh.
I mean, so the only...
Is that how you met him?
No, a friend set us up, but he knew who I was because when I worked at the church...
Yeah.
He and his ex-wife and kids went to that church. And so he knew of me. And so when I first met Craig on our first date, I mean, I was laughing. So I literally thought to myself, I will never go out with this guy again. Because he was so timid and he was obviously like nervous.
It would be hard to date a preacher.
Yes, and
you
so
know?
but he was making assumptions about me. You know, because I mean, I showed up before he did, and I had a glass of wine, and he said he was just so relieved because I drank. He didn't think I'd even drank.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I think that he was very reserved, and then when he saw me not be so reserved and you know, have fun and then I think I was a big surprise.
Yeah. That's funny. Mm-hmm. It's really funny.
Okay, Tom, take 5.
What's something about our relationship you hope never goes away?
What would you say, Tom?
Golly, it's hard to do these on the spot like this, but
It's
I would
almost
say,
better.
Yeah.
I really hope that Maureen doesn't grow tired of my sarcasm and sort of ability. Like I've told y'all before, like the way that I sort of end fights is throwing
making a joke,
a sarcastic nuke that's so absurd that she can't help it but laugh at it.
It's so not work for me.
It wouldn't work
And I
for
just
me
like-
So
either.
lucky that she thinks that you're cute.
And that she thinks you're funny.
Yeah, just like I hope that she always thinks I'm funny like that because that's just the best way that I know to, you know, conflict resolution. It's just try to be a clown.
Well, it's working.
So far, 11 years in.
Well, you're lucky she thinks that that's cute. Janice and I would not be giggling.
I feel like if it was on a reality show, like if we had a camera crew following us, I feel like most of the audience would be like, that dude is lucky.
Because she thinks
if I
you're
tried
funny.
That, it would not work.
Yeah. Yeah, that's funny.
What about you, Janice? What's something about your relationship with Tom you hope never goes away?
Our love for travel and going to the lake and going and blowing, you know, I'm really grateful that he likes to do that also. It would be difficult for me to be with somebody that wanted to stay home all the time.
Yeah. I think I'd say the same.
Yeah.
The way we play.
Yeah.
Whether it's golf or water skiing or I'll get on the lake or go on a trip. Like we really love to live together.
Yeah, that's fun.
Have some fun.
Yeah.
Okay, this is funny. If I were to become famous, what would it be for?
Are you asking me?
No.
Are you?
No.
Or what you would ask
I
him?
think this is what we're supposed to ask our spouses. If I were to become famous, what would it be for?
I think I think if Tom were to become, I think one thing that he would like to see himself be is highly involved in nonprofit.
Oh.
He's on several boards, and he put together a group of, he's done it twice, of 10 people, and they go to Pancake House for breakfast, and these 10 people have their breakfast, and then each of them puts $100 each and tips the wait person with $1,000.
That is the sweetest thing in the world.
Isn't that the coolest thing? He's done it twice. He puts these guys together, and they give them, these people get.
I can't even imagine what that does for them.
I know.
That is the sweetest thing I've ever
Isn't
heard.
it cool? It's a really cool thing.
He should be famous for that.
He should be famous.
about it.
Well, somebody, he heard about it somewhere. As a matter of fact, I think that he didn't make it up. I think he went to one of those breakfasts, and he was so moved by all of it. He gets it.
Gets moved.
He gets moved more than me. And then he came home and told me about it, and I said, "That is so cool." And he said, "I'm going to do it." So he's done it
So
twice.
cool.
Isn't that cool?
What's $100 for us? Nothing.
Yeah.
And think about the life-changing situation it could
Yeah.
offer somebody who's working at IHOP or whatever.
Yeah,
Pancake
whatever.
House.
Yeah.
That's adorable. What qualities about our relationship make it different from others? That's a great question.
Interesting. What would you say to that?
What qualities about our relationship make it different from others? Different. I don't know that we're that different, but I think one thing that I really love that maybe I know not everybody gets is like Craig is really my best friend. Like I get really excited when I get to see Craig.
Yeah, that's so cool.
And so I just I hope that never changes. But when I was married to Topher, I would have said the same thing about I am a relationship girl. When I'm in it, I'm in it. And I'm your girl. And I'll never take my eye off that prize.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm really grateful that I have Craig and that he's my best friend.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You can depend on him.
I can really depend on him. He is, and he's just such a great man. What would you say?
I think the same thing. I think that I think Tom is my best friend too. And he's always willing to hear me. Always. And I really appreciate that.
I think that is something different that the two of you share as a couple, because that's not something that Craig and I always offer one another. I think that's a really hard thing for both people to do really well. Maybe one person does it better than another, but like the fact that you two share that, I do think that's really different.
Yeah, I do too. And it's extremely valuable. I mean, what it does is it eliminates conflict.
Yeah, for sure it does.
Yeah.
Because that's all anybody ever really wants, is to be heard.
Yeah.
Okay, Tom, you want to take 8? Yes. What do you think I spend most of my day thinking about?
Uh-oh.
It almost sounds smart-ass coming out of my mouth like that.
It kind of does.
What do you think I spend most of my day thinking about?
What do you spend most of your day thinking about?
Let's hear about
I bet
it.
you spend most of your day thinking about golf.
If I asked this to Maureen, she would say yes. She would say she would probably
your
just
golf
go.
game?
She would probably go at being smarty pants. She would be like yourself.
That's hilarious.
And I would probably say the same thing. No, just kidding. I would not say that back to her. I think she's thinking about the Container Store.
Oh my! I have never thought about the Container Store. I should.
Is there a Container Store anonymous group?
Yeah.
She needs it.
Maybe you should start one.
What do you spend most of your day thinking about, Tom? What would be the right answer?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like I do think about golf, but I don't. I mean, if I'm not playing that day, I'm not thinking about golf. So that's.
Do you think you're thinking about the schedule?
I'm definitely always just kind of thinking about like what can I do to make things easy and smooth and relaxed. I don't know. I'm just kind of, everybody has that. They're like, what do I need to do next so that I can get to the playtime? Like get the work done so I can get to playtime. I guess that's what I'm thinking is how fast can I get to playtime?
That's so funny.
Hilarious. You know what I spend most of my day thinking about?
What?
Or real often?
What?
Food.
Really?
Not anymore.
I'm not taking that drug.
I'm not taking that drug.
I'm
really?
not.
But I thought you mostly ate the same thing every day.
Well, I kind of do, but I like food, and I like to cook, and I like to scan recipes, and I like food.
I mean, I
like
food,
restaurants.
I would
and
never say that.
I know, isn't that weird?
Fascinating.
Because
I
I'm
have to
kind of
admit,
hungry all day.
I do think about food a lot. That is a good answer.
Yeah, I do too. Like I wake up in the morning and kind of figure out if I'm going to fast. I mean, I intermittent fast most every day. But so then I'm really hungry when it's time for me to have something.
And when you intermittent fast, is it only an 8-hour window that you eat, or is it 6?
I do. I fast an either for noon to 6, or you eat between noon to 6 or 10 to 4 or whatever you're going to do. So it's like a 6-hour.
So you have to eat dinner early.
Yeah, if I'm, yeah. You get to finish at 6. But I mean, I don't do it if we're going out to dinner or something like that. But sometimes I'll go ahead and eat if Tom's working later. But I like food, and I've
That's a good one. I should probably think more about it. And I'm a really bad food planner. Like when I travel, like all my girlfriends always have good snacks. I'm like, God, I never think. And then I always end up eating their snacks because I'm so hungry because I didn't plan well.
You don't take snacks on an airplane?
No. And it really screwed me yesterday because I almost missed 2 flights yesterday. And I was running through the airport. I didn't have time to eat. I literally had 3 bags of pretzels yesterday. I was starving.
You don't eat protein bars?
I hate bars.
Oh, I have some really good ones.
Me too.
I don't think I'm gonna like them.
I think you will. I'm gonna.
I want to know what those are.
You do?
Let's talk after the show.
Okay, we will for sure.
That's my new jam.
I'm terrible at
protein
snacks.
Bars.
I don't prepare or plan. I do with dinner, but even Craig and I will be like, "What do you want for dinner?" It's 6, and then we'll go to the store, and then we're cooking, and then we're eating at 10. We're not good.
You don't eat? You eat at 10 o'clock at night?
Often.
Well, what do you do during the day? Do you not eat at all?
No, I eat for sure.
What do you eat?
Like today, I had a Taco Deli breakfast taco. After this, I'll go get something.
Okay.
But I haven't thought about what I'm going to get.
Oh, see, I would be thinking about it.
Like I just thought about it, and then I'm thinking, okay, I'll probably go get some chicken salad at Shortstop because that sounds really good right now.
Ooh, I love their tuna salad.
I do too.
They're Mexican
tuna is.
Ooh, I may go too.
It's really
I may go there too.
My mouth is watering.
See, we're thinking about it.
That's a good one. I'm learning things. Okay, of anyone in the world, who do you think I would choose as a dinner guest? That's a fun one. Who would you choose? Of anyone in the world, who do you think I would choose as a dinner guest? So, but I want to know who would you want?
I don't know. Trying to think.
Can it be somebody dead?
I was just about to say the mamas and the papas.
You just dated yourself.
Yeah.
So bad.
When I played in that band, that was one of our songs. Yeah, I would love to hang out with the mamas and the papas.
The mamas and the papas.
I guarantee you there are so many people that don't even know who they are.
That's why I said you just dated yourself.
I know, it's fine. It is fine. There's no way around it. I know how old I am, and everybody else does too.
And everybody's praying to God that, but when we're your age, we look and act and sound and everything, dress as good as you. Who would you choose, Tom?
As a dinner guest?
Yeah, if you could choose anybody.
Dead or alive?
Sure.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe if it was dead, I would probably go with like George Carlin or
somebody funny.
Or maybe alive, maybe Noam Chomsky. Just like super highly intelligent people that I could learn from.
Oh. I never even thought about trying to learn something.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you got to have stuff to talk about. What I would do is have them over and then ask them these 11 questions.
Yeah, now that would be fun, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I'd have Bradley Cooper.
I'd have Huey Lewis.
That's a good one.
Huey Lewis.
Yeah. Huey Lewis.
Yes, that would
go again. God.
That would be so fabulous.
Bradley Cooper doesn't even have to talk. He could just come sit at my table right next to me.
Oh, Huey Lewis. Yes, yes, yes. And if I could have the mamas and the papas and Huey Lewis, it would be so great because we could all sing together.
It'd be better if this said three dinner
right
guests.
now.
It'd be so much easier to answer.
Oh, that is so funny.
Gosh.
I didn't even think of like a singer. This would be fun.
Yeah.
Tackle 10, Janice.
Okay, what's the funniest or hottest memory you have from our relationship?
Oh. I don't think we should answer this one.
Well, I'm not sure we should either.
I remember your face when I asked you if you were a member of the Mile High Club.
Thank you, Tova, for bringing that up again.
Oh, my God. I died and went to heaven that day. I never knew you could get embarrassed. That was fun.
I actually can answer this. Do you want me to answer it?
Sure, of course.
Okay. Probably one of the hottest memories I had in my relationship with Tom is when we'd been to a party. We'd probably had a couple of drinks. We pulled in the garage and we did it in the back seat. And I thought that was just so cool.
It is.
Yeah, in the garage.
Kind of hot.
I thought it was too. There you go.
Right. I feel like you've told that story. Maybe just to me.
I don't think so.
Maybe just to me.
Maybe.
Yeah. I've heard that story before.
You have?
From you. Yeah.
Oh.
But I bet it was in like counseling or something.
Actually, I don't tell that to all of my clients.
I'd like to think I'm a special one.
You are very special.
I'd like to think I'm in the special category.
You are definitely.
A clean story that I can tell you that I just love about when I think Craig. One time I was like, oh, wow. We were water skiing at Possum Kingdom at Mary Catherine's Lake House. And her and I both looked at each other at the exact moment. So Craig's a really good wake surfer and a really good water skier. And he popped up on the wakeboard and he's got these great arm muscles and his hair was all slicked back and his eyes looked so blue. I mean, I looked at Mary Catherine. Mary Catherine looked at me. I was like, he is so hot. I mean, it's just there was a moment you're like,
Yeah.
damn, he's hot.
Yeah.
I think Craig is so hot. One time I asked Anna Prin, I was like, God, isn't he just hot? And she goes,
Ooh, no, Mom.
She goes, Mom,
Ooh.
he's a dad.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, never mind. I'll ask one of my friends.
That's right. Oh,
Okay,
that's funny.
Tom, you want 11?
Sure. If we had to switch lives for a day, what would you most and least look forward to?
Oh.
So if we had to switch lives
Like if
for
you
a
had
day,
to
be
switch
Tom,
with Tom,
what
would you most and least look forward to?
I wouldn't want to work as hard as he works. That would not be. I would not want that actually. And
But you'd want his bank account.
yeah.
We could go shopping.
Yeah, that's right. That's my answer. Thank you so much. I wouldn't want to work that hard, and I want the money.
Yeah, we want the paycheck that goes with it.
Yeah.
What about you, Tom? What would you say about Maureen?
I would not look forward to driving if I was her because it would be imminent death.
Wait,
Why, is she a terrible driver?
No, but not as good as me.
like you wouldn't want to be her driving?
I'm really just making a joke about her driving because it's pretty sus.
That's hilarious. It's pretty sus. What would you most look forward to?
I guess most look forward to. I think it would be fun to be. I've always wondered what it would be like to be a female and go out there and just like see how much you get hit on and catcalled and all of that. That actually sounds kind of fun.
I think you have a very warped view.
I'm sure that I
what
do,
happens
but like,
to us.
Oh gosh, everywhere I go, somebody's whistling or
I would
saying,
just
"Hey,
think it would be
baby."
interesting to. I feel like
hilarious.
guys stare at girls more than girls stare at guys, and probably, I don't know that maybe I'm wrong, but I guess that would be something to sort of look forward to is just the perspective of a female versus a male, like out in the wild, I guess.
You are cracking me up.
I'm curious
you
what it would
think
be like
guys
to
look at
live in
you
a
and-
female body
and
for
hit on
one
you?
day.
No.
Do you feel like you get hit
I mean,
on
there's some old men that
Oh, they're not.
that
no.
are dying.
No, stop.
It would just be an interesting case study on like how you are treated differently, I guess. You know what I mean?
Interesting. Maybe it does happen and we just aren't paying attention or something. I
Maybe
don't know.
so.
I don't. My brother always tells me how much people are looking at me, but I'm like, what?
Well,
I don't
yeah,
notice.
You're so pretty.
Well, so are you, but I'm thinking we are just oblivious. Like I'm not looking. I don't know. I really don't know if guys do that a lot.
Well, I think guys are noticing women for sure, but I don't think that they are just
Oogling and
yeah,
Ow!
yeah,
I don't
all of
get
that.
that.
No, or that sort of yeah.
yeah, that
Okay.
that is a funny one.
That is a funny one.
I would least want to be the CEO of a mortgage company. I don't want to go to his job.
Yeah,
I do not want that job.
yeah.
But I would like to know how it feels to be that strong. Craig is so strong.
Yeah.
I'm so wimpy.
I'm not. I'm strong.
Well, I'm strong in my brain. But like to have big muscles. Like I watch him in yoga and I'm like, God, I wonder what that would feel like.
Ugh, I don't want big muscles.
I don't want big muscles, but I would, especially as a girl, but I would love to feel what that feels like. I just would love to like be able to pick shit up and feel that. I'm pretty wimpy.
I'm not. I'm a beast.
And I'd love to have his blue eyes for a day. I wouldn't mind that either.
Oh, goodness.
Well, we hope, especially after last week, learning about how your marriage is in such trouble, that these 11 questions maybe spark something and make some fun for you.
yeah.
11 days.
11 days.
11 days of great questions.
Yeah, this is really good.
I learned a lot
like
about
it.
you guys.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
TMI.
Your poor children.
I know.
Have a great week.
Thanks for listening.